Good morning, YouTube. Just got a quick little video for you today, nothing too special. Today's video is just going to be on my Apple Watch situation. Now, you may recognize this watch, the longtime viewers. This is my 44mm Series 4 Apple Watch. I bought this almost 3 years ago now, right after the iPhone XS came out. And it's been a pretty hardy performer for me over the last 3 years almost. You may notice that it does still work, which is great. I have been using it daily up until probably last week, and I'm actually still using it, but not for much longer. Now, this thing is a Series 4 44mm in gold, the GPS only model. I bought this to replace my Series 1, which I had previously, and I had an original Series 0 before that, the original. I bought this in gold to pretty much match my iPhone 8, which unfortunately my iPhone 8 has since suffered a death, but you know, it did match at the time, so that was cool. And I've been using it daily up until last week, so you might notice the condition of the watch is a little bit lackluster because of that. You can see the screen is absolutely destroyed, and that is because I have a pretty active job, and you know, this thing has seen quite a lot of stuff because of that. So yeah, I mean, looking at the screen, the top portion doesn't even have any glossy texture left on it just because it's been banged up and down on stuff so many times. I used to have a little like plastic surround case on this thing, but I ended up taking it off just because at this point the watch was so destroyed that I just wanted to, you know, experience it naked and stuff, because I had been wearing it for years with that case on it. And I mean, it also did some damage to the aluminum casing, and some of this is from running it without a case, and some of this is from just not cleaning it often enough with the case on it. So it has a very, very interesting patina going on, and I mean, despite the condition, despite how it looks, it still works completely perfectly. So no dead spots on the screen or anything like that. The digital crown still works, which is pretty surprising given that this thing has been submerged in mud, sand, and engine oil and other stuff so many times by this point. But yeah, the reason I decided to replace it was just because of this condition of the screen. I mean, it's getting to the point where if you're in direct sunlight, it's really hard to read. And so at that point, I was like, well, you know what? It's been almost 3 years. I decided to get a new watch. The other thing, I mean, the battery was starting to get a little bit weak. It was still lasting me a full day, but sometimes if I'm working long hours, the watch would die before I got home. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and finally replace it. I went with the Series 6 Apple Watch in 44. I went with the blue one to match my blue iPhone 12 Pro that I currently have. And yeah, like I said, it's pretty much the same watch overall, same size and everything, but obviously it is the Series 6 instead of the 4, so we get a couple of new features because of that. Like I said, I went with the blue. I got this blue and orange band. This isn't really what I wanted at the time, but it was one of the only blue bands they had in stock, so I mean, it is what it is. It does give it a little bit of pop in color that this one didn't have. This is the Sport Loop, by the way, and so is this one. I'm a really big fan of the Sport Loop overall. It's just really comfortable. It dries out after getting wet pretty quickly, and I just really like it. I did go with a screen protector. You might be able to just barely tell that there's a screen protector on here. I went with the ZAGG Privacy, or not the Privacy, I think it's like the Hybrid Fusion Plus screen protector or something like that. But anyways, it is a full surround screen protector for the Apple Watch, and besides looking at the very edge of the watch and noticing there's a tiny bit of lip, if you look at it just at a normal distance or whatever, it pretty much looks like there's not a screen protector on it at all, which is cool. Of course, the Series 6 is pretty much the same case design and everything as the Series 4. The Series 4 was the first to introduce this more rounded case design to match the new iPhones of the time, and this Series 6 has, you know, just carried that over. But it is nice to have the blood oxygen thing that this one does have. That is a new feature over the Series 4, and yeah, so it's pretty nice. I haven't actually started using it yet. You might notice it's not, you know, destroyed yet, and it does have a little bit, it does have a couple of dings on the new screen protector, and that's because I took it to work one day without a case and decided that I'm going to wait until the case shows up before I start using it. So I am still using the Series 4 for now, but once the case shows up, the Series 6 will become my new daily driver. And yeah, that is about it. I just wanted to give a little update on my Apple Watch situation. I've been very happy with this Series 4 here, and it's actually a lot more durable than I expected it to be. I figured I would have broken this thing long ago with just the caliber of the jobs I work and stuff. But yeah, pretty happy. That's pretty much it for the video, guys. I just wanted to do a little bit of a video because I haven't made one in a long time. And this is pretty much the only new tech thing that's happened. So with that said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.